Some players dream of winning big in football. Julian Alvarez did it all before his 24th birthday. Premier League? Check. Champions League? Check. Copa America? Check. And the ultimate glory of football, the World Cup? Check. From a small-town prodigy in Argentina to conquering football's biggest stages, Alvarez has achieved everything in a few years what legends spend a lifetime chasing. Now, after just a few games at Atletico Madrid, he's already outscoring Antoine Griezmann, creating more chances than João Felix ever did, and completely transforming Diego Simone's attack. But how did he rise so fast, and what made him so special? In this video, we'll break down his meteoric rise, his unique playing style, and how he became one of the most complete forwards in the world at such a young age. Stay tuned, because Alvarez's story is just getting started. Julian Alvarez was never supposed to make it this far, especially if you've driven through Calcin, Argentina, a small town with less than 3,000 people. There are no stadiums or professional training facilities. There is just a passion dancing with obsession of football in dusty fields and cracked roads, a place where football was played because of its love and not for fame. In Calcin, everyone knew Julien as the quiet kid who always had a ball at his feet. By the time he was 5, he was already playing against kids twice his age. When he was 7 years old, he was playing against adults. Around the area, he was named La Arana, the Spider, because of his exceptional ability to control the ball and score goals from impossible angles. His father, Gustavo Alvarez, worked as a truck driver, while his mother, Mariana, was a schoolteacher. Luck was not on his side in the start, as they were not rich. However, what they lacked in wealth, the family made up for that in devotion. Every week, his parents would drive him over 100 kilometers to Cordoba just so he could train with a better team, because everyone had faith in the talent of little Julien. So, there were no complaints about the hardships. A kid was harnessing his skills, and parents were doing everything they could to fulfill his dreams. Then, when he was 11 years old, Alvarez had the opportunity of a lifetime, a trial at Real Madrid, which very few people know. Most kids would have cracked under pressure, but we have seen Julian Alvarez now. He never gets shy of the challenges. So, that little kid thrived at youth tournaments and even scored twice. Madrid scouts were impressed, and they commented that Julian's movements were very similar to those of a young Sergio Aguero. They wanted to sign Alvarez, but FIFA's regulations came in the way. At that time, Real Madrid couldn't officially sign Julien because foreign players under 13 were not allowed to sign unless their families relocated to Spain, and it was impossible to move across the world for a humble family from Argentina. So, Julien had to return home, disappointed but not lost. However, this painful setback shaped him in hindsight. Instead of joining a European giant too early, he stayed in Argentina and inherited a special flavor of South American football in his game, which is getting rarer every passing day. So, Alvarez spent some more years playing at the club Atletico Calcin. The tide of fate started to turn at 16, when he joined River Plate's legendary academy, where he quickly outshined his peers. This is the same academy that produced Argentine megastars Alfredo Di Stefano, Gonzalo Higuain, and Alvarez's teammate, Enzo Fernandez. By 18, Julien had already made his first team debut under Marcelo Gallardo, a coach known for molding young talents into world beaters. However, Julien wasn't just another prospect. He was a phenomenon in the making. His breakout moment arrived in 2021, when he single-handedly tore through defenders while scoring 18 goals and providing 6 assists in 21 league games. That season, he won the league title and was named Argentina's Footballer of the Year, an award once won by the likes of Maradona and Messi. Then came the historic night against Alazina Lima at the Copa Libertadores, the ruthless 6-goal masterclass by the young prodigy. This performance was so rare that even South America's greatest strikers have never matched it. Many great clubs started to take notes for this next big thing at River Plate. By the time Manchester City came calling in early 2022, fans knew they were witnessing the rise of generational talent. Alvarez was their golden boy, the player who revived the club's attacking legacy. But the world was yet to see his full potential. Pep Guardiola was about to unleash a monster to win the Champions League. He never won since parting ways with Barcelona. When the Spider arrived at Man City, few expected him to shine immediately. He was stepping into a team dominated by Erling Haaland, a goal-scoring machine built for Premier League destruction. To many, Alvarez was just an insurance policy who would warm the bench. However, Julien didn't spend his life this way. He was desperately waiting for his chance. In his first season, he made every minute count. While Haaland grabbed the headlines, Alvarez quietly became City's secret weapon. He scored in his first Champions League start, bagged crucial goals in the FA Cup, and seamlessly slotted into Guardiola's intricate system. His ability to press, link play, and finish clinically made him indispensable. In fact, the first goal he scored for City showed the world why he's called La Arana. By the end of the season, he played a key role in City's historic treble-winning campaign. Pep Guardiola once called him exceptional in all areas, yet, surprisingly, Julien never became a guaranteed starter. Despite proving himself on the biggest stage, he found himself on the bench because of less space in Guardiola's attack. So, when Atletico Madrid came knocking, he made a bold decision. He left the comfort of City's dominance for the challenge of leading his own team. Soon after landing in Spain, he started to prove why he was never meant to be a backup. When Alvarez was heading into the World Cup for the Qatar campaign, all of Argentina's hopes rested on one man, Lionel Messi, the last dance of our childhood hero, the final chapter of his legendary career. However, football is never won alone. Every great success story has its unsung heroes, and Julian Alvarez emerged as one Messi needed the most. At the start of the tournament, La Arana wasn't even in the starting lineup. Lautaro Martinez was the undisputed starter, but something wasn't working. Argentina looked sluggish and out of sync. They lost to Saudi Arabia, but they won against Mexico, not as a team but as an absolute magic moment by Messi. Then, with everything on the line against Poland, Lionel Scaloni took a gamble. He started Alvarez. That single decision changed Argentina's entire World Cup journey. What came next was a display of determination, sharp thinking, and raw talent. Alvarez didn't just score goals, he pressed like a man possessed, creating space for Messi and gave missing energy to boost the attack, which they direly needed. The solo goal he scored in the semi-final looked like it was straight out of a video game, and then finishing a great assist from Messi cemented his place in Argentina's history. In the end, Messi lifting the World Cup, fulfilling a lifelong dream. But behind him stood Julian Alvarez, a 22-year-old who ran, fought, and delivered when his country needed him the most. He wasn't just Messi's right-hand man, he was a champion in his own right. After winning the World Cup and treble, Alvarez faced a complicated situation. He was not the undisputed starter at the club because of the system Pep Guardiola was playing. He should have been satisfied while being part of a super team. However, sitting on a bench while others took center stage, that wasn't an option. He wanted to lead and carry a team on his shoulders as he always had done. That chance came in the form of Atletico Madrid. Diego Simeone saw something special in Alvarez. He didn't just see a great striker, he saw a system changer, a player that could bring a new dimension to Atletico's attack. Surprisingly, in just a few weeks, Alvarez had done exactly that. His impact had been immediate, both in Atletico and in Manchester City. How desperately Pep Guardiola had missed a reliable striker this season. No one could play the role Alvarez played in crucial games while linking the midfield with Haaland and providing multiple goal-scoring options to Guardiola. It was almost like he took all the effectiveness of midfield and attack with him at Atletico Madrid. He's already outscoring their legend, Antoine Griezmann. But beyond stats, there is a shift in how Atletico plays. They aren't just relying on defensive resilience anymore. They have a relentless dynamic force leading the line. Julian Alvarez hasn't just found a place at Atletico Madrid, he's taken complete control. In a system that demands intensity and sacrifice, he's leading the team in expected goals and creating more chances than any other forward. But how can we forget a pressing demon who surpassed even Simeone himself? However, in football, stats are nothing if you don't create the impact. So, in that term, Atletico was missing a forward that could do it all to compete with Barcelona and Real Madrid. Simeone always needed a player to press like a warrior, create like a playmaker, and finish like a world-class number 9. Now he has his dream striker. Watch Alvarez play and you'll see it. Very clutch. Alvarez does not just park the bus anymore, they have a warrior driving the attack with a team building around him. He's the one Simone turns to when he needs a goal, and his banger goal last week against Thibaut Courtois from an impossible angle explains to everyone why Atletico Madrid is competing for the La Liga against Hansi Flick's monstrous Barcelona and Real Madrid's Galacticos 3.0. At 23, Alvarez has won every major trophy, but this struggle at Atletico Madrid, it's different. This is his team, his legacy. If he delivers a La Liga title or drags Atletico deep into the Champions League, there won't be a debate about whether he belongs in the Ballon d'Or race, because at this rate, Julian Alvarez isn't only chasing greatness, but he's forcing football to recognize it.